I love them.
It's a really hot day. I'm feeling really parched. It's hard work sitting here. Hard, isn't it, Rob? It's a hard day. Oh, you're right over there, Matt.
Yeah.
Hey guys, what's going on? So I'm back with the Cyrusher, whatever it's called. Vaguely took this to bits last night. As you can see, I took the controller out. There's no obvious signs that the controller's knackered, which is annoying because that would have been the cheapest part to to look at. I've got to be honest, I woke up this morning feeling like I was definitely going to be throwing this thing
in the bin.
However, Rob at DRED Effects watched the video last night and I woke up to a WhatsApp message from Rob offering to do a full custom paint job on this, which has kind of put me back on track, I think, because there's just so much that needs doing to it and I just feel like I've lost motivation with it already. It's far more work than it's worth to me. Considering all the other projects, most of the stuff I do is brand new kits, brand new bikes. I just don't know if I want to get involved. However, Rob's popping down at 1:30 today. Yeah, Rob's popping down in a couple of hours, so I'm going to tinker around with the bike. I might even take the hub wheel apart because I think it's knackered anyway. And to be honest, I think I just want him to take the bike today because I'm already sick of the sight of it. I could do with a break of it. I've only had it since yesterday, but there's so many knackered things with it. I feel like if Rob does his magic on it and does a sweet custom paint job, it's really going to motivate me to actually make something of this bike. Yeah, so I'm going to take all the measurements today after I'll take a quick look at the hub wheel. I've never taken a hub wheel apart. I've seen it done on YouTube, but to be fair, most of the time myself, I'd rather just order a new wheel. But I think it'd be interesting, since it seems knackered, to take it apart anyway, see if there's any obvious signs of damage. And yeah, just going to go through this bike, have a little tinker with it and wait for Rob to turn up. Well guys, I got the electric hub wheel off last night. It was pretty hard to get out. The rear dropouts are slightly chewed up. That could potentially be a bit of an issue. It didn't have any kind of torque arm in it, so potentially one or two torque arms might actually create a more solid fit of the back wheel if we can get it either fixed or a replacement on this bike. But I'm going to take you in for a closer look at this wheel. The cassette actually seems way better than it looks. There's no movement in it. Actually feels decent. I don't think there's an issue with the cassette at all. There is, however, a very small amount of the outside of that cable shed a little bit, but it doesn't look like any of the hall sensor cables or anything inside are actually cut or touching at this point, so that could be alright. I'm just going to remove these screws and see whether... I mean, I've never taken a motor apart in my life, if I'm honest. Yeah, we've got some movement. We've got some movement. Oh, it smells bad. I can smell burnt electrics immediately. Right, I think those of you actually watching this on YouTube should be thankful right now that there's no such thing as smell-o-vision, because this absolutely fucking stinks. So yeah, full process at this point. That wheel, fucked. Options: buy a brand new wheel and wait 3 weeks for one to come from China. Bit annoying. Other potential faults. That's a 26-inch fat wheel electric. This little beast that I built is a 20 wheel electric. I'm wondering if that motor will fit in there. I reckon it's pretty slim chances, but I'm curious, who knows. That's one option. Other option is just fit the entire wheel as it is. But the next option I'm thinking is actually just unplug the wire of that bike and just plug it straight into the battery and controller on this and figure out if it is just the back wheel that doesn't work. So when I hit the throttle on this back wheel potentially might move on this. It all sounds a bit Frankenstein-y, but let's give it a go. Right, hear me out on this one, hear me out on this. So I've reinstalled the battery on the fat bike. The controller, I've temporarily wired up battery connections with duct tape because they were completely knackered. Proper ghetto job, and the idea is that I connect the hall sensor cables or the wheel cable off the controller straight onto this little fat bike and power it up and see whether it goes bang or anything happens. I'm feeling like some mad genius right now. So the back wheel of the blue bike is currently hooked up to the controller of the red bike. Probably ain't going to work, might be a complete waste of time, but there's nothing to lose, so let's give it a shot. See if we get power on the display first. Battery's on. Power's on. Right, moment of truth. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not sure how to stop it. I haven't actually got any brakes. Oh, ow, ow. Well, that seems to work. I'm wondering whether that is a similar size to the motor in that. What do you reckon? Never tried. Oh, actually, also I guess the gears and stuff have to kind of line up with the internals of that, but only one way to find out, right? They look a similar diameter, but it's got to have way more in common than that. I know some of these hub motors have plastic gears inside, some have metal. These ones just stink. They look like plastic gears in there, don't they? Whether it's going to fit inside that, this has got to fit exactly the same on the inside of that. It's very slim chances, but all we got to lose. Wheels off. Let's just take this apart and see. So there we go then. That is the absolutely knackered one out of the Cyrusher bike, Cyrusher. This is the ENQUIRIES motor. They do look really similar. I just can't even tell though. I can't tell. Maybe I'm just going to screw it down into this rim and just try wiring it up and seeing what happens. I'll be amazed if this just works. Just literally swapping a motor over from a completely different bike. I just love how other people treat their bikes. I mean, right, we are joined with Mr. Matthew, and this is the update. So, managed to get the motor in. It's not perfect, but it's in. The cable's a lot shorter. That's the length of the cable you get with it. So, I can worry about that at a later date. If it works, I can look at extending that cable. It's not an issue, but just to fire this up, I think that'll do, won't it? We can see whether it works. I can stick a cable tie in.
On there?
Yeah, I mean, I can just
using the chain, are you? So
no, I mean, it won't be permanent, but at the moment, I just want to throw the battery on, see if it powers up, see if anything happens. Yeah, we got that in. It's not perfect, but it's gone in. Right, so absolutely amazing quality work there. We've got the new battery mount system by Duct Tapes Industries. Controller, perfectly engineered.
Oh shit, that ain't right.
Shh, cut. We think this might work. It's looking like it might work, right? Maybe. Right. Time for a test ride to see if this thing actually works. Here we go.
Maiden voyage.
Moment of truth. Have we fixed the £200 marketplace shitter?
There he is in his sliders. Hawaiian shirt. Absolute animal.
Cutouts that time.
Must be those brakes.
Want to have a go?
Yeah, fuck it.
Seems to be motoring along. It's alright?
Experience.
It's an experience. Look who's turned up. It's Rob from DRED. How you doing, mate?
Having a blast on his bike.
Yeah, yeah, the brakes, it's not got much in the way of brakes. This is quite normal, as you know, for my bikes. And you may want to be careful with the controller that might lodge in the back wheel and throw you over the handlebars. But other than that, you're golden. Good luck. Hey there, Rob.
All right,
thanks for coming down, mate.
All right.
Good bit of timing. So I woke up this morning thinking this thing's going
And
in
it's
the bin. This thing's just going in the bin. I've had enough of it. And I woke up, I was like, I saw your video. Do you want to do a collab? And I'm like, this might be the little bit of motivation I need to do something. I mean, look what a piece of shit this is at the moment. It is pretty rough, isn't it?
It won't be.
It won't be, no. And after a little bit of motivation from Rob and some caffeine, I've actually got this thing moving, which is amazing. So gone through it. Rob's come down, we've had a quick chat. We're not going to say what we're doing with it, but all we're going to say at this point, retro themed?
It's sort of retro.
Retro-ish, retro modern twist.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think this is pretty much when Rob's ready to go to Rob. Just
Strip it down and get started.
make it look pretty. I can probably get this thing working. I've got a list. No project's complete without a list, right? I've got a list of bits. Left crank arms bent, 7-speed chain. I want to get some wider bars. The bars are only about this wide, so I want some nice, maybe Renthal style bars. Retro seat maybe to match Rob's paint job, do it some justice. The hub wheel extension cable, as you can see, the controller's mounted halfway down the frame triangle, which isn't ideal, so need an extension cable and possibly a new screen and hand grips. And that should be the majority of it once it's all prettied up. Oh, need to go to the locksmith and maybe get a key for the battery. That might be a good thing, especially if you're going to put the hard work in making it look pretty. That's not an issue. I've got a friend who's a locksmith that hopefully, fingers crossed, should be able to sort that. So that's it. Yeah.
Let the games begin.
Let the games begin. So I'll put a link actually to Rob's channel at the end of this video, so you guys can now move over onto seeing. I'll be glad to see the back of it for a month, if I'm honest, or a couple of weeks or whatever. I know Rob's a bit of a grafter. He does put things out pretty quick, but I'll be glad to have a break from this. Got me list of parts I can order whilst he's having a tinkle with this. Hopefully we do something really cool with it.
Yeah.
Actually, rides pretty good, doesn't it?
It does
We've
ride
all had a
well.
go. Matt's there behind the camera. He's had a little go on it. Yeah, no, it's gone from being a pile of trash to having potential. So yeah, it's pretty decent. So yeah, that's it for today, guys. Next video actually will be over to Rob.
Probably at mine, yeah.
Probably. Yeah. I'm washing my hands a bit now, mate. It's all yours. Absolutely amazing. I cannot believe I stole the motor out of a 20-inch fat wheel when it's actually kind of working. There is a little bit of an issue where the throttle's cutting out, but maybe I might order a new controller. It's either a battery or controller issue, I'm thinking, possibly. It's just cutting out under load, but once it gets going, it's all right. That's about it, really. Yeah. Lend your over to Rob's channel. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed already to mine. Subscribe to Rob as well. Wait till you see what job this guy can do on airbrushing and custom paintwork. It's going to be sick. Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this project now. When I was ready to chuck it this morning. So appreciate the collaboration again, mate.
That's all right. Yeah, another one.
Yeah, we'll see you guys in the video soon. Take it easy.
Love it. I love it.
It's a really hot
I
day.
love a little
I'm feeling really parched. It's hard work sitting there.
slave.
Hard, isn't it, Rob?
It is.
It's hard day. Oh, you're right over there, Matt.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Oh, did you just want to finish off the work
Yeah.
that I was doing?
I thought, you guys, considering you're the hard workers, do you know what I mean?
Just
You're
come
like-
and step in for a little bit of support
You're
at the
the
end.
people that come on and just put the glitz on the end and the glitter on the end of it, and then take all the fucking glory, or the blooming glory.
That's looking good, mate.
A minute ago, that was like,
It looked
right
like
up the street.
the thing is though, it looked like a bike before you came along.